Welcome everyone to the training webinar series Eyefinity Encompass using the new VSP calculator presentation. Thank you for joining us today. We look forward to your questions throughout the presentation. You can enter them by clicking on the Q&A icon on the right of your screen. My name is Linda Park and it is my pleasure to be with you today to introduce Kimberly Lewis. Kimberly has worked in the optical industry for over 20 years. She has a bachelor's degree in health information technology, is CPO certified, and trains at our Eyefinity education conferences. Kimberly is known for her extreme spunkiness. At home in Illinois, she enjoys spending time with her family, reading and listening to good music. Welcome, Kimberly.
Thank you for the great introduction, Linda. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Thanks so much for joining us today. As Linda told you, I am Kimberly, although we don't know about that spunky part, right? I would like to get started, and so let's do that. I'm going to sign in here. Hopefully, everyone can see my screen just fine. So, why did you come see me today? Well, hopefully, you came to see me because on March 25th, or soon after, you started to notice that there was a new functionality known as the new VSP calculator within your new Encompass environment. What is the new functionality within the Encompass environment? Simply put, it's the tool that will allow you to acknowledge or even fix errors before submitting a VSP order. Wait, what did I just say? You ask? Well, I said the new function will help to reduce errors at an order level in real time. Wow. So you'll be able to reduce the on hold VSP claims, right? Why was this important? Because it's going to limit the time you spend on correcting orders within your practice. Now, guys, that's got to be better experience for the office and the patient. All right, let's get started. Let's jump in. I'm going to go ahead and search for a patient, upper right-hand side. You're still going to add your patient, even though we got a new face. Some things are still the same. So we're still going to add our patient the same. Look up to the right-hand side. Teresa has no insurance. So I'm still going to check for VSP the same. Rather, I'm checking from the calendar point of view or within the patient's chart. Still going to go to my left-hand side and I'm going to pull the eligibility. That's still the same. No changes there. Still have my same options. This is a signature plan, and I still have my essential medical as an option. Still have the ability to pull backdated authorizations as well as retrieve authorizations that I, for some odd reason, ran to eyefinity.com and pulled. Right? Still going to get that benefit, that allowance sheet. So you'll still be able to get your beautiful allowance sheet, print it out, have it follow the patient around, leave it at your desk, or just know that it's there. That's still a thing. You would still have to make sure that the patient had an RX in, which Teresa does not, because I wanted to walk you through exactly everything that's the same so we can see what changed. So we're going to go up and just put something here. Bottom right-hand side, we're going to hit save. Okay. You're still going to do your eyeglass order? I am today. Using my VSP signature. Let's do a complete pair. Why not? I'm going to add that frame. We're going to add to order. We're going to add our lenses the same. And if anyone's new here to using this environment, everything you see me using, I've set up within my admin. Okay. Add order here. Add my lab. And I could still update my summary here. Okay. I'm going to go to my continue to summary page. Going to move down to the bottom of my right-hand side because nothing's changing here. This is what I love to call that conversation piece. Make sure I'm doing my job correctly. And if the patient needed to change anything, I can change without completing my whole order all over again. Okay. Continue to pricing. All right. I'm not going to add an exam or anything. Just going to add that insurance for my frame and lenses. I'm still going to be able to calculate my
Hi,
benefits.
Kimberly. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just wanted to let you know the audio is cutting out just a little bit.
Just told me my audio was going out. So come back. Linda, you can hear me just fine.
I can hear you now. Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, guys, we're going to change the way I was speaking. Okay. And I'm just going to go back and we're going to start again. So what I did is I said we're still going to add our insurance the same, and we're going to calculate those benefits. And as you can see, something pops up. This is introducing the new VSP interface. Okay. Everything looks great, right? My software is still doing the calculations of the patient copay allowance, allowing me to know the total out-of-pocket expenses for the patient. If I hit save here and save an invoice, take my patient payment, and my patient's going to pay cash today. And we're going to hit save. I can process that order now. And of course, I would get my invoice. I would get my packing slip. Everything's still the same. So now you have to ask yourself, well, then, Kimberly, why did I come see you today? That's because Kimberly wants to show you what has changed. So I'm going to go back up to my upper left-hand side. I'm going to click on my patient's name here. I'm going to find a patient. All right. And let's use one I know that has a prescription, and let's use my favorite, Mr. Ford himself. Well, if I can spell his name right today, guys. Okay, we're going to pull up Henry Ford here. As you see, we have the VSP signature, and that's going to be the insurance we use today. I'm going to go over to my left-hand side. I'm going to click on eligibility authorization. I'm going to come up to my upper right-hand side. I'm going to click on eligibility and authorization. We are still going to click for everything because this time I'm going to include an exam. And we're going to authorize. We're going to go to our left-hand side. We're going to click on eyeglass order. Going to choose my signature plan. We're going to do a complete pair. So eyeglass lenses, and frame. Going to click on this RX here. We're going to add our frame. Everything looking a lot like what I just did, but I promise you there's a change coming. We're going to supply this frame. Okay. All right. I'm going to add our lenses. Remember, if you're new to Eyefinity and Encompass, everything you see me using here was set up with an administration. By default, I will always come to monocular, but if that's not what we're using, then switch. I'm going to add to order. I'm going to choose my lab. Throughout VSP, throughout this order, there were now continue the summary. I was going to go somewhere else, guys. That would have taken us way past this calculator. And I'm going to continue the pricing. I'm going to add an exam this time because I want to talk about one of the most common mistakes. It's an actual easy mistake to make. Like if I was still in the office, I would make it all the time too, right? So I'm going to go ahead and add the exam. And I'm going to type in my diagnosis. Now, don't forget, if you are using our whole platform, you would just be pulling in all your diagnosis and procedure codes from your doctor. But I'm going to go ahead and add my own. This is an existing patient. Yes, my patient had a refraction too. Doc did complete a refraction. I'm going to add an extra line for the procedure because I need to add those fundus photos. Right? I do have to attach each diagnosis code to a procedure code. So I only have one and one, but I still have to attach it if I'm doing this manually. Once again, if you're maximizing our platform, then you'll be able to have this already pulled in from our provider. We're going to save in price, bottom right-hand side. So what's the common mistake that everyone does? It is easy to, at that patient in front of us, we got to kick that order out. We got the exam. We know what the patient has. We got to get them in and out so that our world can keep going round and round, right? Have the fundus photo here. In our old days, what I would tell you to do when you were on the phone training with me was to uncheck that fundus photo before adding insurance. You guys said, really, what? What if I miss it? So the educators, myself and other ones that you've spoken to here at Eyefinity, we went back to our team and said, yeah, client said, what if they miss it? Good question. So what we're going to do is we're going to put that fundus photo there. And it's been a busy day, phones ringing, patients in the office, still got orders that I got to put in from yesterday. And I forgot. I'm going to go ahead and add insurance. Now let's take time here to take a look. I'm going to go ahead, click my exam, my frame, which should have already popped up for me, but I think I've overused this patient today. And I'm going to calculate benefits. And this is where we get new things coming in. Right away. Right away. Eyefinity is screaming, this is a warning. Something's going on. So let's see. Let's take time out, take a breath, and see what are we looking at here. Well, it says insurance benefits not included in the calculations. And the reason, and we get this code here, right? You guys, if you have the time, you can always go to your help tab, upper right, help topics, and just type in VSP. Oh, I guess I have to be there. VSP Um, right. Well, you guys can see what I did wrong. Oh, well, I guess I can't do it at all. I can't spell, I can't type. Here we go. Right. And you're going to get this interface of warnings and errors in here. So we put in the most frequently reasons why, and we even made sure to label them within our warnings. So you can go right there to see what's wrong if you wanted to, for some odd reason, cancel this and start again. But what did I just say? How did I just start this? I said, the phone's ringing, patients in front of you. I didn't have time to do all that. Today I do because I took time out to speak to you. But if I was in the office, maybe I don't. So what do? I come up to the upper right hand side and I choose acknowledge. Yeah, I acknowledge that there might be something on this order that is not part that I'm not asking the insurance company to pay. Before I hit the option to recalculate, what you can see happen is everything was put into patient responsibility. Nothing went into insurance reimbursement, right? But if I had a chance to take a look at the patient record, that's that allowance sheet again. It's telling me that patient owes an exam copay and a material copay, but the insurance column sure should have a dollar amount in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell the software, yeah, I acknowledge something's wrong. Can you help me, software? And I'm going to tell it to recalculate. There we go. I even got a chance to see exactly where I went wrong at because there's an exclamation mark here. I'm going to go ahead and hit save, bottom right. I am going to save an invoice, take that patient payment because VSP told me this is what they owe me out of pocket today. And this time I'm going to use a MasterCard. I can even talk about the total amount saved. And then I'm going to hit save here. I am going to process this order now. Of course, right now is the time where my invoice pops up. As you can see, exam, refraction, exam, fundus photos, frames, lenses, everything right here on this invoice. Hey, by the way, a quick note, just a side note, if you need something for HSA, you can always use this invoice too. I could do my recall now and not leave my material orders screen. That hasn't changed. Schedule recall now. All right, Kimberly, then what did change? Well, for the people that have been with us for a while, that lab order was submitted. This claim nor this order went on hold because those fundus photos were attached. Why? Because I acknowledged that warning at a order level. If I go into this claim that says build, boom, my claims over at VSP being processed, my orders out the door, and my fundus photos, non-receivable. It was already calculated in the patient's chart. Say what? I mean, in their fees. Say what? Well, I'm going to come down to the bottom left-hand side, and I'm going to click on this little tiny letters here that says front office. I'm going to go up to the upper right-hand side under quick list. I'm going to pull Mr. Ford right on up again. I'm going to click on the words material orders. I'm going to go to the right-hand side where I can reprint the patient's invoice. What else is under here? My packing slip. I'm going to open this back up. Right here. There's that code for those fundus photos. There's my retail price. And it went right over to the patient due column. I'm going to close this out, upper right. Let's minimize it for a little bit. Then I'm going to show off just one more time. Don't want to beat a dead horse, but let's go ahead and do it, okay? I'm going to show off. I'm going to click on Henry's name, upper left. And I'm going to do something I can do in my environment that you can't do in your live environment. I'm going to go to eligibility authorization. And I'm going to repull another authorization because they like me here. And I'm going to go ahead and choose all here. And I'm going to authorize. I'm not going to take you through that long process of creating an order again. I'm going to go to the left-hand side, click on material orders. And go to my right-hand side, follow me through to the last action item, and I'm going to copy that order. I'm going to choose VSP because that's not changing. Yep, I want to do everything the same. I'm going to add my lab. And here, it's telling me about my lab router. So we've added little notes to help you walk through for a cleaner order and a clean claim and a successful order. I'm going to continue the summary. If you do need to make a lab note, you could do that right here. Going to come down to continue the pricing. Going to go up to the upper left-hand side and click on exam. Because in this software, for anyone who's new here, we know we start with materials first and then add our exam. Right here is where I would have been able to pull in my exam from Eyefinity EHR. I'm going to type in my or I could, if I knew the code. Okay. Still an existing patient. He hasn't turned new yet. Still need my refraction. Going to add a procedure code. Still going to do my fundus photos. So nothing's changed there. Still got to add my diagnosis codes. So I took a peek at the audience, and I know I just worked with one person, and they're new here. Diagnosis and procedure codes come in from there. VSP health, ocular medication, that all comes in from Eyefinity EHR documentation. I'm going to go ahead and save and price. I'm going to add my primary insurance without removing any of these line items. Yeah, you guys can brag on the line because you don't have to do that. It's already clicked for you. I'm going to calculate those benefits. And then the software is going to start to talk to me. Okay. It's putting everything right in my face. And, kind of might not want to do that, but we'll do it for you. So you say, yes, software. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Encompass. I know that my fundus photo shouldn't be here, but I don't have the time to stop and redo this. So I'm just going to acknowledge that I do know that. Thank you for letting me know. Please remove all financial responsibility from the patient because I've already seen my patient record. So I know that they have eligibility. Please calculate correctly and put what VSP will be paying me in the insurance reimbursement column. So recalculate. There we go. Just in case you missed it the first time, as you can tell by my webinar right now, we do like to beat a dead horse around here. So just in case you missed it the first time, we tell you again, hey, VSP's not paying for this. We put it in the patient responsibility. Patient's got to pay out of pocket. It's not paying because we got a signature plan. You're not using the correct plan for that fundus photo. So we're going to hit save. And we're going to save an invoice, bottom right-hand side. Take that payment. And we'll do cash again. We're going to hit save. Process order now. Of course, the invoice is going to come up, right? That didn't change. Of course, we can go ahead and do our recall. That didn't change. What did change is that I don't have to take time out my day to click on the claim status that says hold, acknowledge, because the software's already done it for me and everything's great. I can save extra time and move on to the next patient. Nice. That's it. That's what you came to see me for today. Short, sweet, and simple. But before I let you go, any questions? Any questions about anything I've said at all?
Hi, Kimberly. It doesn't look like we got any questions in the Q&A. Just a reminder to everybody, if you have any questions, please drop them using the Q&A icon. But if we have no questions, if you're looking for more training, you can check out our other learning options such as documentation, tutorials and walkthroughs, role-based training, additional webinars, one-on-one virtual training, and on-site training or consultations. You can learn more at eyefinity.com/education. I haven't seen any other questions come in. So with that, I would like to thank you, Kimberly, for your time and for the valuable information you shared with us today. And thank you to all on the line for taking time out of your busy schedule to be with us today. This concludes our presentation.
Thank you, everyone.